The camera pans across a bustling street in Cebu City. Jeepneys honk, street vendors shout, kids run with kites. Amid the chaos, we see an uncle with a worn guitar and his niece humming while holding a small tambourine. They set up in front of a sari-sari store. People start to gather. Curious neighbors, a street dog, and children stop to listen. Their voices harmonize perfectly, soft but powerful, full of emotion. Close-up of their faces. Sweat, determination, but pure joy in music. Filipino flavor. The niece whispers to her uncle, Tito, baka may makapansin tayo sa America, uncle, maybe someone will notice us in America. The uncle smiles, nods, kaya natin, too, anak. Basta magtutulungan tayo. We can do this, child. We just have to support each other. Conflict. The audition awaits. They arrive at the AGT audition building, carrying only a guitar and a bag. Nervousness shows. Their hands tremble, eyes dart at the bright lights. Backstage, other contestants are glamorous, wearing shiny outfits, practicing choreography. The uncle whispers, Hindi sila makakalam na kami ang tunay na sorpresa. They have no idea that we are the real surprise. Emotional hook. They think about their family back home, struggling to make ends meet. Singing is more than talent, it's hope for a better life. Climax. The performance. The host calls their names. Stage lights hit them. Simon Cowell, Heidi, Sophia, and Howie stare blankly. The uncle strums the guitar. The niece's voice floats into the room. They sing a classic Filipino song with a modern twist, heartfelt lyrics about family, hope, and resilience. The judges initially frown, unsure of what they're hearing. But as the harmony builds, the camera captures tears forming in Simon's eyes. The crowd starts to cheer, clap, and whisper, sensing the magic of their voices. Powerful moment. Halfway through, the niece hits a high note perfectly, and the uncle harmonizes in a way that fills the room with emotion. Close-up of Simon Cowell. A single tear escapes. Audience gasps. Ending. Judges say yes. The music fades. Silence. Then, Heidi, that was incredible. Howie, I don't even know what to say. Sophia, you two have something so rare, a real gift. Simon leans forward, voice soft but emotional. This is unlike anything I've ever heard in my life. All judges press yes. The uncle hugs his niece tightly, the audience erupts into applause. Filipino connection. Close-up of the niece whispering, Tito, we did it. We're really going to show them the heart of the Philippines. Fade out with the street sounds of Cebu, blending with their song echoing in the hall, a reminder that Filipino talent shines anywhere. The uncle working odd jobs, loading goods, selling fish at dawn, fixing old furniture. The niece studying by candlelight because there's a power outage. The uncle hums tunes while working. The niece practices harmonies quietly, often hiding from neighbors so she won't disturb anyone. Emotional tension. The niece almost gives up on singing, thinking, maybe we're not good enough for the world. The uncle encourages her. Ang talento natin ay hindi lang para sa atin. Para rin sa pamilya, sa bayan natin. Our talent is not just for us. It's for our family, for our country. Climax. Discovery of their unique harmony. One evening, they perform in a small barangay gathering. People stop, mesmerized by the perfect blend of voices. A neighbor secretly records them on a phone. The footage is later shared online, getting hundreds of views. Uncle whispers proudly, Nakakita mo ba? Kahit malit, may makakakita ing galing natin. See, even if it's small, people will notice our talent. Emotional hook. Family bond. Close-ups of small moments that define their connection. The niece correcting her uncle's pitch gently. The uncle teaching her proper breathing for high notes. Laughing after a note goes wrong, showing resilience and love. A moment of vulnerability. The niece cries softly after a rehearsal, saying, Tito, paano kung hindi kami mapansin sa America? Uncle, what if no one notices us in America? The uncle holds her hands firmly. Hindi sila makakalam kung hindi natin subukan. Kaya natin, too. No one will know unless we try. We can do this. Ending. Preparing for the big stage. Montage of them packing their simple belongings and traveling to the audition. Uncle strums the guitar one last time, niece harmonizes. Their voices echo with hope and determination. Voiceover, Uncle, we carry our home, our family, our country in our song. And now, we share it with the world. Fade out with the image of the duo walking towards the AGT building, silhouetted against the bright Philippine sunrise. Check mark why this episode hooks Filipino audiences. Relatable struggles, poverty, long workdays, and school stress mirror real-life Filipino experiences. Family dynamics. The uncle-niece bond is heartwarming and culturally resonant. Triumph over adversity. Viewers are inspired by ordinary people pursuing extraordinary dreams. Authentic Filipino flavor. Local streets, barangay events, and language make the story deeply personal. Viral potential. The backstory makes viewers emotionally invested, increasing shares and engagement. The uncle and niece are backstage, waiting for the judge's verdict after their audition. The niece nervously bites her nails, the uncle massages her shoulders. Close up. Their hands tremble as the PA announces, judge's deliberation in progress. Other contestants are whispering, skeptical of their street-style performance. The uncle whispers, "Hawag kong matakot, ang galing natin, makikita rin nila. Don't be afraid, our talent will be seen." Conflict, doubt from the judges. Cut to the judges panel. Heidi, "It's interesting, but will this work on a big stage?" Sophia, "They're raw, very emotional, but can they handle versatility?" Simon Cowell sits back, expression unreadable, tapping his fingers. Tension builds. The judges are uncertain about a duo singing in a Filipino-English fusion. Simon mutters quietly, "I like it, but does the world get it?" Climax, the medley challenge. Simon calls them back to the stage. "I want to see if you can do a medley, mix Filipino and English songs." The uncle nods at his niece, she smiles through nervousness. They start with a soulful Filipino folk song, then seamlessly transition into a modern English pop hit. Their voices blend perfectly, hitting harmonies that surprise even the judges. The room falls silent at a key moment where their voices soar together on a high note, sending chills down the audience's spine. Emotional hook. Judges react. Simon Cowell. Jaw drops, eyes glisten. "I've heard thousands of acts, but this is different. This is magic." Heidi. Tears well up, "It's so raw, yet so controlled." Incredible. Howie Mandel. "I can't stop smiling, this is joy in its purest form." Sophia. Softly claps, whispering, "I didn't expect to feel this emotional." Cut to audience. Some wiping tears, some cheering loudly. Turning point. Filipino pride moment. The niece whispers to her uncle. "Tito, tingnan mo, nakakita nila ang puso ng Pilipinas sa aming boses." Uncle, "Look, they can see the heart of the Philippines in our voices." The uncle smiles, tears forming in his eyes. Slow motion montage. Judges leaning forward in awe. Audience clapping and standing. Close-up of Simon wiping a tear discreetly. Ending. Judges give unanimous approval. Simon finally smiles, almost cracking. "Yes. A definite yes. I can't wait to see the world hear this duo." All judges press yes, audience erupts. The uncle and niece hug tightly, overwhelmed with emotion. Voiceover, niece, in Filipino with subtitles. "Hindi lang kami nag-audition, ipinakita namin ang puso ng aming pamilya at ang buong bansa." We weren't just auditioning, we showed the heart of our family and our entire country. Check mark why this episode hooks Filipino audiences. High-stakes drama. Judges' doubt mirrors real-life struggles of ordinary Filipinos seeking recognition. Cultural pride. Filipino-English medley highlights the uniqueness of Filipino talent. Emotional payoff. Tears, awe, and standing ovations make viewers feel invested. Simon Cowell's reaction. International validation fuels national pride. Viral potential. Clips of judges crying and audience reacting are highly shareable on social media. The uncle and niece sit in the green room, hours before the live performance. The niece nervously flips through her notes, humming softly. The uncle notices her shaking hands and puts a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "Alam kong kinakabahan ka, pero tandaan mo, boses mo ay puso mo." I know you're nervous, but remember, your voice is your heart. Close-up of the niece. Eyes glistening with tears, taking a deep breath. Filipino flavor. Around them, other contestants rehearse elaborate choreography. Their professional polish makes the uncle and niece feel like underdogs, adding tension. Conflict. The technical glitch. Suddenly, a technical issue hits. Microphone feedback screeches, lights flicker. The niece panics. "Tito, baka masira na lahat." Uncle, maybe everything will be ruined. The uncle hugs her tightly. Hindi, Anak, kahit anong mangyari, kakantateo mula sa puso. No, child, whatever happens, we'll sing from the heart. Backstage crew scramble, the judges watch anxiously. Emotional hook. This moment mirrors Filipino resilience. No matter the obstacles, they push forward with courage. Climax, private moment before going on stage. The uncle and niece sit alone, holding hands. Uncle whispers, Alalahanan mo, anak, kung bakit tayo nagsimula. Para sa pamilya, para sa bayan, para sa pangarap natin. Remember why we started. For family, for our country, for our dream. The niece nods, takes a deep breath, and smiles. They exchange a small nod. Silent agreement, ready to give their all. On-stage performance, resilience shines. They walk onto the stage, crowd cheers. The lights shine, microphones are fixed, everything is ready. Uncle starts the first chords on the guitar, niece's voice floats into the auditorium. They blend Filipino folk and English pop seamlessly, showing vulnerability and strength. Audience reacts emotionally. Gasps, tears, applause. High drama moment. Mid-song, the niece hits an emotional high note. The uncle harmonizes perfectly, holding back tears. Simon Cowell leans forward, visibly moved. Heidi and Sophia wipe tears. The crowd rises for a standing ovation, echoing through the auditorium. Ending. Triumph after struggle. Performance ends. Silence. Then, massive applause. Uncle hugs niece. Both are crying with joy. Voiceover, niece. Kahit gaano kahirap, kapag magkasama tayo, walang impossible. At ngayon, nakikita nila ang puso ng Pilipinas sa aming awit. No matter how hard it gets, when we're together, nothing is impossible. And now, they can see the heart of the Philippines in our song. Judges smile, nodding. Simon whispers to the camera, this is why we do this show, pure heart. Checkmark why this episode hooks Filipino audiences. Relatable anxiety and obstacles. Technical glitches mirror real-life struggles, making them relatable. Strong family values. Uncle-niece bond showcases Filipino cultural core of support and love. Resilience theme. Push through no matter what, resonates deeply with Filipino viewers. High emotional payoff. Tears, standing ovation, and heartfelt voiceovers make the audience feel proud and moved. Viral-ready content. Emotional intensity plus dramatic visuals equals perfect clips for social media sharing. The arena is packed, camera pans across screaming fans. Lights flash, the uncle and niece step out from backstage. Their eyes meet for a reassuring nod. Close-up. The niece clutches her tambourine, hands shaking, the uncle adjusts his worn guitar strap. Voiceover, niece. Tito, ito na ang pagkakataon natin. Hawag nating sayanjan. Uncle, this is our moment. Let's not waste it. Filipino flavor. Audience members are waving Filipino flags, wearing shirts with Pinoy pride, and holding Go Uncle and Niece signs. Street energy from Cebu is mirrored in the live crowd's excitement. Conflict, emotional pressure. The niece whispers, Tito, Anyo kung hindi nila kami ma-feel. Uncle, what if they don't feel us? The uncle hugs her. Hindi sila makaka-ignore ang puso natin. Ito ang pinakamalakas na sandata natin. No one can ignore our hearts. This is our strongest weapon. They take a deep breath as the announcer says, Filipino uncle and niece duo, show us your magic. Climax, the performance of a lifetime. The uncle strums the first chord. The niece's voice soars immediately, full of clarity, emotion, and power. They perform a masterful medley of Filipino and English songs, switching seamlessly while harmonizing perfectly. Camera cuts. Audience gasping, some crying, hands on hearts. Judges leaning forward, completely captivated. Close-up on Simon Cowell. One single tear rolls down his cheek as he whispers, I can't, it's too beautiful. High drama moment. Mid-song, the niece hits a high, emotional note, and the uncle harmonizes with a rich, deep voice. Lights pulse in rhythm with the song. The audience rises, cheering louder than ever. Emotional crescendo builds. Music swells, voices intertwine, pure magic on stage. Golden buzzer moment, emotional payoff. As the final note fades, Simon jumps up and presses the golden buzzer. Confetti rains down, camera captures their overwhelmed, joyful tears. Simon Cowell, voice trembling. This is why we do America's Got Talent. Pure heart, pure talent. Incredible. The niece hugs her uncle, sobbing softly. He whispers, Tito, nakakita nila ang puso ng Pilipinas. Uncle, they can see the heart of the Philippines. Audience erupts, cheers, some waving Filipino flags in jubilation. Ending, triumph and Filipino pride. Montage of highlights. Judges clapping, standing ovation. Confetti swirling around them. Close-up of uncle and niece holding hands, crying with joy. Voiceover, uncle, soft and proud. Hindi lang kami nag-audition. Ipinakita namin ang talento at puso ng aming bayan sa buong mundo. We didn't just audition, we showed the talent and heart of our country to the world. Fade out with the Filipino national colors subtly overlaid as they wave to the cheering crowd. Check mark why this episode is viral gold for Filipino audiences. Maximum emotional payoff. Tears, joy, and confetti combine for a visually stunning climax. Cultural pride. Filipino talent showcased on a global stage with heartfelt representation. Simon Cowell reaction. Iconic moment of validation, adds international credibility. Relatable underdog story. Street performers turn stars, inspiring millions of Filipinos. Social media potential. Clips of tears, golden buzzer press, and audience reaction are highly shareable and trending ready.